this whole offseason, we brought a whole new crop of receivers. And we hadn't really seen an explosion yet from them. I think even going into this game, it was like we didn't know if we were going to get a 1,000-yard receiver. But I think after this game, everyone's numbers have kind of crept up again. And it's kind of, sparked some criticism saying this offense is less explosive, that they need another guy, OBJ being one of them. But yesterday we saw JuJu and MVS go for over 100 yards. First time two receivers have done that with the Chiefs since 2000. Again, that was Sylvester Morris and Derek Alexander against the Raiders. So a long time ago. So my question is, we're seeing this. So off season, Mahomes worked out with these guys in Texas. They came down. They worked out with them, like a 2 to 3 week mini camp, just him and the skill players. My question is, are we starting to see the chemistry Mahomes has built up with these guys? Or is it more these receivers are starting to understand this offense more going into week 7 of the season? Or would you say it's a combination of both?
I think it's a combination of both, because they definitely had the chemistry yesterday. I mean, I know I can picture that one throw to JuJu. He was, he's wide open over the middle. He ends up scoring on it late in the game. I find it, I guess, somewhat ironic. I was watching, I guess it was the Bills game, and they were talking about, well, JuJu doesn't have a touchdown catch yet. I think that happened in the Bills game, mm-hmm. And maybe it was even a game before that that I was watching, and they were commenting that he hadn't had a lot of receptions, so on and so forth. But I would say that they definitely broke out yesterday, and I would say it's a combination of both. They're getting a feel for Patrick's timing and rhythm in a game, and getting a feel, of the routes that they're running inside of Andy's system. So definitely a combination. And again, in my mind, it goes back to the offensive line played really well and gave Mahomes time to throw the ball.
Yeah, that was one of the better. That and the Buccaneers game are the two games I kind of point to when we look at our O-line this year. Had it kind of stepped up to the challenge of going against a good defense, and especially
solid defense, very good defense. Yeah.
So we talk about the rapport that Mahomes has built up with the receivers, and we're starting to see it now. And I think a lot of these guys on national media, they talk about these guys aren't explosive. They're not getting along. They don't have this chemistry. But it's not like you don't just get a guy and they come over and they start getting 100 yards here, 100 yards there. I mean, it takes time to kind of build up a rapport. I mean,
it does, and Patrick is making receivers better. I mean, he can sling it out there pretty damn well, as we talked about earlier. And so as guys learn, like I said, learn the routes, learn the timing, they can expect that ball is going to be in the right spot when they come out of a break.
As a quarterback, like, what do you look for when you see if a quarterback and a receiver are on the same page? Because there were some throws yesterday that looked like Mahomes has been playing with JuJu for years. But I think they had 2 or 3 back shoulder throws yesterday. And as a layman, I don't know what I'm looking at there. I see a quarterback receiver connect on that. Is that what you?
No, that's a definite sign that they're getting on the same page, especially that back shoulder throw, because they have to trust each other. The receiver is going full speed, trying to make it look like he's beating the corner, the cover man, and then that's Patrick, and who knows, it could be a go route, but you get that cover man running with his back to you, and the quarterback can throw that ball to make a receiver be wrong, no matter how good the coverage is, and trust that when the receiver turns around, that he can see that ball flight, and know that he needs to put on the brakes, and that ball is going to be on his back shoulder. So that's a definite sign that they're getting on the same page.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, week 7, I thought that going into the season was like, okay, well, the Mahomes was saying to not draft, don't draft any of the receivers in fantasy, don't draft them high in fantasy. So I was like, oof, that's not a good sign there. But now we're going to week 7 of the season, and that okay, well, JuJu's kind of emerging as his top target. So
yeah. They definitely have some weapons, and like I said, they ran the ball well as well yesterday.
Yeah, and we got some. Yeah, but that running back committee between Pacheco, CEH, and McKinnon. I mean, McKinnon, a blocking guru. What did you think about that penalty they called on him when they negated JuJu's touchdown? The blocking outside the tight end zone or whatever.
That was the one on Bosa.
Yeah, McKinnon cut out Bosa's legs.
He cut him out. Honestly, I thought it was a pretty good call. You know, because he had gone low on him, and I thought it was a pretty good call. That's kind of a safety issue call. You know, Bosa's not thinking that somebody's going to do that to him out in the open field. So, yeah, I thought it was legit.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get podcasts.